What if you could predict the future of your health? And even more so, what if you had the ability to change it? Hi, my name is Jimmy James, online analyst and avid web-based genetic researcher. Today, I would like to discuss with you genetic fortune telling and what it means for the future of humankind. There has never been such a wealth of knowledge on genetic testing as there is today, and scientists believe that DNA-based polygenic scores are able to accurately predict intelligence, common disease risk, and even more. Using the genetic info gathered on so many people over the years has given us the ability to change our fate and extend our lifelines. But what exactly is genetic testing? Genetic testing is the sequencing of DNA in order to discover genetic differences, anomalies, and mutations that may prove pathological. Chromosomes were originally discovered in the late 1800s, and through genetic testing, inherited diseases were first linked to them by the 1900s. It was originally used to screen newborns or in diagnostics. However, today, it's used for a number of medical purposes, including pre-symptomatic and predictive testing, carrier, prenatal, and pre-implementation testing, as well as pharmacogenetics. It has now identified over 2,000 rare and common conditions and is available in over 500 laboratories. The best thing about it is that there is virtually no risk involved, and you can easily set up a screening through your healthcare provider. So now that we know what genetic testing is, let's learn how the information is produced. The original sample is taken several ways depending on which form you choose. The options available are blood sample, cheek swab, amniocentesis, and chorionic villus sampling. The sample is then transferred to a geneticist technician who looks for changes in DNA, chromosomes, or proteins to confirm the suspected disorder using a sequencing test. Originally, only a single gene could be screened at a time, but today we can look at thousands all at once. Now there are even tests that can trace your height, behavioral skills, and even your intellect back to your genes. So now that you have a little background on genetic testing's capabilities, let us now look into what it can predict for our futures. Genetic testing has evolved past just telling us what diseases we are prone to, becoming a much broader spectrum to include intellect and athletic ability. But the truly fascinating aspect of it all is how precise it is becoming. Scientists predict that one day, at birth, all humans will receive a sort of genetic report card. These cards will see who should go to university or a trade school, who will live a long, straight-laced lifestyle or be involved in criminal activity, and even ties in with emotional traits like depression. Testing has shown immense increases in medicine by isolating specific genes that relate to all kinds of diseases. Sadly, with this technology, doctors realize that they are further away from finding a cure than they thought, given the large number of genes. The good news is that they are now able to identify those genes, and because of that, pharmaceutical companies can create medicines to attack those genes. I personally love the idea of polygenic risk scores because it changes the emphasis of our futures to health and not in medicine. Finally, genetic testing will be such an important advantage to our health because it will have the ability to turn treatment into prevention. Genetic fortune telling has the possibility to change each and every one of our lives because it allows us to predict the future. Now that you know that it exists and all the benefits, the only real one question I have left for you is, do you really want to know the answer? Thank you and good night.